kind of start off, could you give me your general thoughts about the game tonight?
Well, I don't really like to give a whole lot of thoughts until I watch it on film. I thought my kids battled. I feel that, we played a 40-minute game. I think they had a couple runs that sort of killed us. I say killed us, 4-point game. I feel maybe I missed an opportunity for a little bit of earlier timeout. It's just I'd like to save my timeouts for the end of games to advance. We didn't shoot the ball very well, but we battled, and that's all I asked my team to do.
And you talk about runs. Your team stayed within distance regardless going into the fourth quarter, and that early fourth quarter run is what led to you guys having to catch up towards the end. What do you think did not work best for you guys in that early running fourth for them?
I'm going to have to go back and evaluate that, but my initial feel is I believe we went into that fourth 40-40, right, tied up. My initial feel is that we everyone felt like they needed to make it happen. We sort of went away from the plan and what had been working, and I think we turned it over a couple times that really led to transition buckets for them, which was a big key to the game plan. Northwestern struggles to score in the half court, but they're very good off turnover in transition, and so taking care of that ball was huge for us, and in that fourth quarter we had some costly wins.
You talked about the way your team battled today. Obviously, going through a run like that, a lot of teams can just hang their heads. What does it say to you about your group that they can come back and really compete late in the fourth quarter and really make that a game down the stretch?
Yeah, I know that's what this team is built up. So it's not a surprise to me. We talked about it before the game. We said, hey, we don't know what this is going to look like. We know we're going to battle. We don't know what any game's going to look like. The refs could affect you. Somebody could get hurt, whatever. And at the end of the day, they know that the number one priority for me and what I'm looking for them is for them to stick together and give me their best for 40 minutes, and that's what they did. And yes, we had a slump in there that probably impacted the game, but we finished strong, and that's what I care about. And I talk to them all the time. I say, hey, some of our bigger wins, I've said, we never set out the season to say, hey, we want to beat Cincinnati or we want to beat this person. We set out the season saying that we want to be our very best and that we want to put ourselves in a position to compete for a championship. So you need losses along the way to learn how to be your best. This is part of the process. I'm not happy about it. I would love to be walking away with a W, but we will all learn from this, including myself. I'll be incredibly hard on myself in terms of what adjustments I should have made here and there to give us 6, 7, 8 more points.
And an offensive stats category that actually shines for you guys would be your free throws. You ended up going 85%, and Miss Jada McLeod with 9 for 10, who we all know she's been working really hard on sharpening her skills there. So how big is it for your program to capitalize on these mistakes, because it really showed in the end of the game?
Yeah, huge. First of all, the free throw line, I feel, has been our Achilles heel all season, even though we didn't find a way to win games. That and turnovers is what I've said. If we can clean up, we're going to be pretty special. And 85%, I'll take that any day. And Jada, she looked like her old self today, and we need that. And so, I just feel like different pieces are coming along at different times, and when we can put it all together, I think it's a special group.
And then also, last thing here is, when we talked in the social video earlier this week, it's an opportunity to continue to learn in this process. You stressed on it in the question before that, but how important is it for short-term memory loss when you guys have a game coming up next week?
Yeah, very important. I told them in the locker room. I said, hey, I don't aim or want to take away your hurt. Like you hurt that we lost because you wanted it bad, and that's important to me. You need to want it bad, but we also need to understand that first things first isn't a thing when we win. It's a thing all the time. And as long as we can say we put first things first, I'm pleased, I'm happy, I'm fine, and we'll figure it out along the way. And we got SEMO coming up. We got an opportunity to finish non-con 9-2 and head into the Valley with some momentum. And, I think our girls will be ready to go. And I think they've embraced the fact that this is a process.